So dwarves are fun. They are not bad, but not the best either. We have the red elven player Ave at the bottom side against the blue dwarven player Andy Brandy at the top side. Dwarves against elves. I think that's a matchup we have seen also quite often. Dwarves against elves is like a traditional, matchup in this tournament, at least so far. And I also need to repeat myself that they are working currently on the version 1.09 version 3, which I believe is going to fix all the problems. I don't know, I have no backup information though. I don't know what is going to be changed, when it's going to be released. I have zero information about that, but I just know that they are working on it now for a long time. So hopefully it's going to be released very soon, and we might see Dwarven faction shining bright like a diamond again, just like the Dwarven Gold. They are greedy people and they want to have more and more buffs all the time. So we have a barracks early coming up for elves into the offensive Malone tree. That's a very strange opening from the elven player Ave definitely. And we will have Lorien archers start. So remember, Lorien archers in Battle for Middle-earth 2 are also able to creep solo without the need of pikemen or Lorien warriors, because they are able to destroy the lair by themselves. And they're also great when it comes to defense. And against dwarves, what you want to do is you want to scout all the time, and you want to be able to shoot at them before they can reach out to your Malone trees. Because if they reach out to your Malone trees, trust me on that one, it will be destroyed. There is no world in which your Malone trees can be able to survive the dwarven units for more than 2 seconds. Pikemen start coming up for dwarves, and he might also build a mineshaft and creep this troll layer eventually. I think that's going to be the plan from Andy Brandy. And during all this time, Ave is also creeping. Remember, he has units on the field a bit sooner because he was actually building a barracks right after the first Malone tree. Trust me on that one, yeah, sneaky. Mr. Krabby, you have exams too. I wish you the best of luck, my friend. Whoever has exams, guys, I believe in you. You will hit like a truck. Touché. Okay, he's creeping. That's good. They're gonna get level 2 after that, and also additional money and resources, which is always nice. During all this time, we get also pikemen from this mineshaft out. It looks like you want to lead to this troll creep first. And the builder, was he able to see the builder? I think he did. So that's a dangerous situation, if he was able to see him, of course. Right now, the elven player has no vision. I mean, the building doesn't give you any vision when it's in the construction. It needs to be finished completely to get the vision. And yeah, I think he's able to see it. I'm not sure. Now he's definitely able to see it with the archers. But archers, they are able to deal damage to the layers, true, but they are not able to deal damage to the structures like the mineshaft. For that reason, you need either pikemen or the Lorien warriors to be able to destroy them. But for now, he has only archers, right? So I see only archers. I think he has 3 battalions of them. 1, 2, and 3. The first swordman is joining finally the battlefield for Ave. And that's what I'm talking about. If you can attack them way before they can reach out to your buildings, you can actually deal so much damage to the guardians. And by the time they finally make it to your Malone tree, they already are so badly damaged that they might not be able to finish it off. Hold ground stands to minimize the damage income. You gotta micro around and get around this side eventually. But remember, the archers can also use bombard ability to be able to shoot over the buildings. That's gonna be still... Look at the damage, dude. That's crazy damage, my friends. But I think he's gonna be able to save it, at least for now. The creep has been secured in the meantime by the dwarven phalanxes. And he also gets the chance to capture the inn for some hobbits, as Gollum or the dear Smeagol would like to call them. Lorien, look how fast they are. You see how much faster they are? That's crazy, my dude. Like, I believe they can run from this location to this location and back completely by the time the dwarven units are gonna be able to make it in one way. You know what I'm saying? Look how fast this is. Crazy speed. Like, also, when you think this is fast, you need to see Elrond. Elrond is like a horse. I swear to you, like, Elrond has like 500 PS. You know what I'm saying? Horsepower. This guy is like sprinting. Okay, the counterattack is coming with Lorien warriors and Lorien archers. 3 power points collected. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, DJ. Welcome. Nice to see you in the chat. And he wins, trust me on that one. He will shine bright like a diamond, hitting like a truck. True. The mineshaft here is going down. And yeah, there is no rebuild available. Rallying Call is on cooldown. He was using Rallying Call to creep. And yeah, Alban player is doing a good job, you know, scouting, putting pressure, creeping, has lots of archers on the field to deny the dwarven units to do anything pretty much. That's why I believe at this stage of the game, sending out one single guardian forward is not gonna achieve too much. The builder might be in trouble. Watch the builder. Oh, that was close. Yeah, close, but not close enough. The builder will be able to yabba dabba do out The Mineshaft has been taken down and he's microing around. He might still die though. Never mind. He's fine. He's fine. Also, this build is damaged. We have more and more Guardians coming, but the problem here is the commitment. You know what I'm saying? Like the Dwarven units, they are powerful when they get the chance to fight. But for that reason, you need this mineshaft connections around the entire map to be able to get in and out every single time. From a dangerous situation, get into safety, and then build a sneaky mineshaft and go for a big commitment. But the way the Elven player is playing this matchup is so great that he has absolute vision control. He's building Malone trees to get more vision, so he will be able to see the Dwarven units or even the Dwarven builder way before they can reach out to this area. It means those Malone trees are for now perfectly protected. He has also vision around this side. Look, he's scouting every single time. He has the in now captured, which means he will get the chance to recruit some peasants, which are units for the Rohan faction in Battle for Middle-earth 1. And Lorien warriors, they are smashing those Guardians. Running away is not an option. I think in a situation like that, what you want to do is keep standing still and fight. At least you will deal some damage in return. The battle wagons are going to do the magic trick, because I see there are no pikemen at this point of the game for elves. Lorien warriors, they are looking for harassment. They are level 2. They are also healing up over time, by the way. It's like an elven passive thing.
King stand alone. Show on the other side. Not alone.
Rohirrim! Theoden King stands alone, not alone. Thank you so much for the raid. May Shadow Facts. I hope you had a great streamer, dude. And everybody, guys, welcome to the stream. We are currently in the semi-finals of the losers bracket between Andy Brandy and Abe Have in the best of 7. We just made it perfectly in time for the game number 1.
I'm Legolas of the Woodland Realm.
We bring spears.
I'm Legolas. You see also the entrance of the badass Legolas. He's here to make the Elven country proud. On the map Mirkwood 2, which is his homeland. You know what I'm saying? How is the match going? It's pretty even for now. Dwarves against elves in the first game. Elven player is Abe Have and the Dwarven player is Andy Brandy. He has 500 command points against 700 command points. Rallying Call has been used. Only one single pikeman. It means if the battle wagon can make it, oh, but the battle wagon is being shot by Legolas, and yeah, that hurts. Like, as long as Legolas is remaining on the field, I think battle wagon cannot really approach to this fight. If he does, he will be killed by Legolas, and Legolas will get more and more experience, more and more levels, which also means more and more damage. Okay, be careful with the pikeman. There is one more pikeman, but again, there is Legolas, you know what I'm saying? And there is little to nothing those Dwarven units can do about him, because he can always disengage. There is no world in which you will be ever able to catch Legolas unless you have Gimli level 5 with Slayer. That's the only way. Like, not a single Dwarven unit can ever catch up to him. The Malone tree is going to be protected. It's a very good situation. Look at the army now from the Elven player Abe Have. Do you see that? He has a huge army with pikemen, Lorien warriors, bunch of archers, Legolas. I think Dwarven player is gonna have like a tough time to defend against such a force. He's now making the transition into the extroverts, as they are supposed to be a counter to the archers, but they are also getting outranged by the archers, so they need to get into a close range to be able to shoot back at them. And while they are doing that, they will take so much damage from the Lorien archers and Legolas. And Rallying Call has been used for additional DPS.
Into the fray.
Yeah, 50% damage for both the player, and the Rallying Call from elves is even stronger, because it will give you more experience points in compared to the Rallying Call from the Dwarven faction. So, long story short, they will level up faster. The battle wagon with the banners on it. Banner gives you also additional damage and combat experience. Lots of extrovers now, pikemen, guardians, everything you need. Beautiful trample is incoming. Nice one, nice one, nice one. But Abe Have is always on point with the formation he needs to have in some certain situations. So when he's getting trampled down, he instantly switches to the all ground stance. The arrow volley is coming in. Oh my goodness. All the backline, all the extrovers are gunners. And the Elven army is still pretty much untouched. He has almost the power points he needs for the heal too, which is going to be a sustain for the entire army. But I believe he doesn't even need that. Like, that means the Dwarven player has nothing to defend himself. And we have another hero, and that's Haldir, boys. Haldir is joining the battlefield next to Legolas. And yeah, dwarves, they have not many units remaining on the field, 2 battle wagons, but they need to keep the distance every single time, because Haldir and also Legolas are gonna shoot them down all the time. That's a Hobbit summon from dwarves on top of the enemy units with the rallying call on them, but what can they do? I don't know. Actually, they are doing a lot of stuff. Trample is incoming from the battle wagons, but one of them is so damaged. Beautiful trample. A lot of work has been done. The level 4 battle wagon is going to be definitely taken down. One more trample is incoming. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. He actually killed so much from the Elven army. Only a couple of archers are remaining on the field, as well as a couple of pikemen, but that's pretty much it. I believe for now he's defended himself at this area, but there is another force coming from the bottom side. We have Lorien warriors and pikemen, and here there is zero protection, and the mineshaft is getting destroyed. And dwarves are being surrounded. Normally you want to be the one who surrounds the enemy player, but not the one who gets surrounded by the Elven faction. That's not the playstyle you are looking for. Dwarven faction is very snowbally faction, but if you fall behind, it's very tough to actually, play the game. Look, Legolas actually, he's shooting at the fortress. There is Gloin. Knock him down on the ground with the slam, but you can't touch him. Can't touch this. He's so fast. He's so fast, dude. He has long legs, because that's the reason, by the way. Why are the Dwarven units so slow, you are asking? Glad you are asking, Thomas. I will answer, because the Dwarven units, they have small legs. The Elven units, they have long legs. They are long, tall, They can... One step of the Elven guy is like 10 steps of the Dwarven guy. That's why. Highly destroying the sword. Commitment against the Forge Wargs. Smart move, focusing down the pikemen first, which is the main source of damage against the buildings. Rallying call is being used on these archers. Don't even shoot at this, They will shoot them down, these units in the meantime. Because the extroverts are winning this fight. Great victory here for Andy Brandy. And for now, the Elven player is forced to retreat. Dwarves are neutral sprinters though. True. Ave beat Misha. Sweet, yes. 4-1. Actually, not 4-1, 3-0. And now Ave is playing against Andy Brandy in the next round. That's the first game in the best of 7. The mineshaft here is going to be protected, I believe. Beautiful charge attack is incoming from Andy Brandy and his Dwarven units. And also disabling those Lorien warriors, denying them from destroying this mineshaft, which is very important. 10 power points collected after the Dwarven summon. After the Hobbit summon, sorry. And we have 950, oh my god, 950 command points, dude. 950 against 500, that's a huge differential. And after the arrow volley, almost 10 power points collected. Talking about arrow volley, it's available once again. We have seen it can one-shot the entire backline with the extrovers. And unlike in Rise of the Witch King, it has no animation time. So you cast it and it will shoot immediately. So that means you will not be able to dodge most of the time, unless you are horses, then you have movement speed. But most of the time, especially Dwarven units, cannot dodge this. They are so sloppy. And not too much damage dealt to the Guardians, because smart move with the whole ground stance, but the problem is, look at this, normally this is the Dwarven playstyle. They are pushing and building tunnels, but in this case it's not dwarves who are doing it. It was actually the Elven faction player Ave who is doing that. This is gonna be taken down. Level 3 unlocked for Haldir. Level 4 unlocks the leadership bonuses. Dwarven faction has no debuff until you get Hawk Strike from downtown. Dwarven faction has no debuff until you get the Mighty Reach unlocked from King Dean. But King Dean is not even on the field. That means nothing can nullify the bonuses the Elven units are gaining and getting right now. 15 power points collected after the arrow volley. The Men of Steel are dying in one single shot to Legolas. Boom, one shot, boom, one shot, and more and more and more experience for the Elven hero from Midgard. The Ents summon. Looks like the Ents are going to war. And that is going to be a fat end every single time. There is no discrimination, by the way, guys. So fat people are at least as handsome as the tall guy. That is like a fat end. Look at them, boys. You don't even see his face anymore. GG is gonna be called from Andy Brandy, and that's the victory. Game number 1 for Ave Have. So we have the not yellow, sorry, my bad. The blue Dwarven player Andy Brandy on the right side against the red Dwarven player Ave Have on the left side. That is the map Erech to Fort H, with the Erech stone in the middle of the map, some pigs lurking around the side, pork, you know what I'm saying? And also here Gollum is around looking for potatoes. Trolls and wargs, right? Yes. So we have obviously spider layers on this side. So spiders are kind of in between the mountains on each side, right? And we have also troll layer. So troll layer, and here in the middle we have goblins and wargs too, right? So we have actually literally every creep: goblins, trolls, wargs, and spiders. Lots of creeping action going on this map. So 2 mineshafts into the Hall of Warriors. The same situation also coming up for Andy Brandy. That's the second time we see Dwarven Mirror. No, that's not the second time, my bad. The first matchup was actually Elves against Dwarves. That's the first time we see Dwarven Mirror in this best of 7, but we have seen many Dwarven Mirrors already in this tournament, also in the last round from Have against Sweet. But good news, Andy Brandy cannot be, you know, playing Dwarves anymore. I mean, you know, the thing is, Ave can still pick random for Andy Brandy, and Andy Brandy, if he's unlucky, he will get Dwarven faction from random. But that's a fate. That's a luck situation. Pikemen start. And also here, Pikemen start. So they will be focusing on creeping first. Are ring heroes included? They are allowed. Yes. That's why you see Gollum. And when you kill Gollum, which is not easy, then you can get the one ring and you will get the chance to recruit Galadriel, who is much more powerful than she is in Rise of the Witch King. Like, she's able to summon multiple eagles, as well as she has like Word of Power, this kind of stuff. Like, she has like crazy set of abilities, and every single one of them is kind of dope. I mean, let's be real, it's OP. Two mineshafts coming up next to each other. I like myself some gobos. Look, we might see goblins next game, Nikki. Dude, Brantales, come on now. The pikemen, they will be committing against this mineshaft from Andy, and this has zero protection. The mineshaft is going to be definitely taken down, but you can see what I'm talking about, right? The pikes, they are not dealing crazy amount of damage to the resource buildings. They only deal crazy amount of damage to the production buildings. Rallying Call is going to be used, and the creeping will be beginning for Ave from the troll layer at the bottom right side. So there is the builder from Andy Brandy. Andy Brandy was also creeping basically the work layer behind his own castle, like Ave has, for example, here. But Ave is always focusing on the troll layer first, which I believe makes way more sense, because from the troll layer you will get more money, and more money is always nice. The mineshaft is building up, but I think Ave was able to kind of see the builder, so he's following the builder, and he will be able to find the mineshaft while it's in the construction, and he might be able to destroy it before any units can join the battlefield. We will see about that. I mean, he has 3 units, 2 pikemen, 2 guardians and 1 pikeman. He's gonna get out. Demolish. He's demolishing that. The builder is running out. Rallying Call is gonna be used now. Remember, the Rallying Call from Ave is gonna be off very soon. However, I need to repeat myself, because the Rallying Call in Battle for Middle-earth 2 doesn't give you any armor. It means, ideally, you wanna combine that with the charge attack from these guardians, because that's the only way you can get additional armor and make them a bit more beefy. Because damage is no problema for the Dwarven units. It's about their tankiness. You know why you know everything? Stream on? Hex. Okay.
You know what to do.
Know what to do.
Now we're talking.
Now we are talking. Okay, he was actually creeping this also offensively, the work layer. That's pretty nice for Andy Brandy. He will get additional money. The push is incoming, but again, pikes, they are not the best when it comes to deal damage to the mineshafts. They would be dealing way more damage to the Hall of Warriors there. Oh, wow. So no damage dealt to the economy from Ave either. But the creep at least got secured. That's better than nothing, I guess. So he was able to creep 2 work layers in the map. Erich the 4th each. Multiple mineshafts in the middle of the map. This one is from Andy Brandy. This one is from Ave. I hope goblins kill you. Like those goblins. I don't know. I don't think so. This mineshaft is going to be also found from Andy Brandy. That's good.
We'll call for some guardian.
It's hard for me to say actually what is going on in a matchup like this. You know what I'm saying? There are too many mineshafts, and yes, they have different colors, but it's still hard to tell. We have Klein from Ave very early, and oh my guys, come on now. Already level 4, man. Oh, that's painful for Andy Brandy. That's really painful. You will know, you will see what I mean in a bit. Just be patient, because this devastation power of this hero is kind of crazy. Like, he will one-shot this, guys. He will one-shot this. And he has now 1, 2, 3 guardians moving on. Rallying Call is available, 6 power points collected, which can be in the worst case used for the heal or for the rebuild. Or this is gonna be hurt. It's gonna be painful. Remember last time against Sweet, he actually went for the siege hammers, which was pretty powerful against the enemy fortress. I mean, maybe we will get the chance to see that once again. But first of all, it needs to be purchased from the Forge Wars. So Ghost line. Yeah, look this now. Riding call is gonna commit against the fortress. Boom, shake from the. Oh, actually, he didn't one-shot it. Rebuild had to be used. This is gonna be taken down. Also, this is gonna be taken down. He's committing on the fortress too with one guardian. Holy moly! And the problem is, Andy Brandy is now command points capped right now. He's not command points capped anymore. He will get more units on the field now. The fortress is under attack. Remember, rebuild had to be used on this Hall of Warriors. It means there is no more rebuild available for the fortress. So if he can get the chance to destroy it, this is going to be the game over moment for Andy Brandy. Gloin is here defensively. Hobbit summon will be also that's a Man of Steel summon from Ave to kill the enemy units. Charge attack is coming in clutch. But again, without the siege armors, your DPS isn't the greatest. The fortress is too beefy. That's why it's an overcommitment. We have seen mistakes like that repeating itself over and over again in this tournament so far. So people, they are tunnel vision focusing on one thing and they are desperately trying to destroy it, which is not working out. I mean, they are overestimating their DPS. Oh, beautiful charge attack into the Man of Steel line. That's beautiful. Now level 4 for Gloin from Andy Brandy. The Gloin was able to get away, by the way, from Ave, if you're wondering. He was able to survive. 7 power points collected for Andy Brandy. And 4 power points collected after the Man of Steel summon for Ave. Remember, he didn't go for the rebuild, unlike Andy. So Gloin is recovering up in the old ground stance. The fortress is still badly damaged. Unplayable with dwarves against Turks with 0 delay. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a statement from Andy Brandy. I don't like the statement, to be honest with you guys. We have the blue Isengard player Andy at the top side against the red Elven player Ave at the bottom side or left side. So we have 2 furnaces coming up from Isengard and 2 Malone trees coming up. Actually, no, take it back. It's once again an offensive start. With that I mean like an aggressive start. 1 Malone tree into the barracks instantly. I saw your man. Is there a ladder of this tournament somewhere? Exclamation mark bracket in the chat. To see the ladder or to see the current standing of the tournament. Okay, so we have a Warp Pit start. That's pretty interesting. I like that. Warp Pit start. And on the other side, we see Lorien Warriors. So Lorien Warriors coming up for Ave very, very soon. We see more and more Malone trees coming up. And that's the thing, you know, the furnaces, but also the Malone trees are so squishy that one push in this situation can literally change everything. And remember, the Warp Riders are also able to kill the barracks in no time. So basically what I'm trying to say is, I believe in not a single minute of the game you should be leaving yourself completely open for a potential attack. You need to be playing a bit more defensively. Like put pressure with like 2 units, but also defend yourself with 2 units at the same time. I think that's the playstyle you need to be looking for. But the good thing for this for Andy Brandy is now that there is no counter to the Warp Riders. That means he's going for the Lorien Warriors and Lorien Archers. That means he has no pikemen, right? To deal with the Warp Riders. It means, I keep saying that means many times, sorry for that. But again, that's gonna be a good situation. However, the situation is not that great because the Warp Riders are not gonna be there on the field just in time. Good evening, Nicky Bear. Welcome. Nicky Bear, you missed the Rise of the Witch King stream today. If I'm not mistaken, you like Rise of the Witch King a lot, right? So we were streaming today Rise of the Witch King, a couple of games between Maru against Mr. Smog. Warp Riders. Red build everywhere. What? Oh my goodness. Actually, it takes a lot of time to kill these Lorien Warriors, man. And they are so slippery. So fast. It's so hard for them to catch you. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. You need to micro around. Just not right click on them. Just click here and stuff like this, you know? Look how much time he's stalling. He's buying. Watch out! Oh my goodness, man. Oh boy. Not good situation for Andy. I was expecting this situation to be much better for Andy Brandy, guys, but it was not the best situation at the end of the day because he needed to invest so much time to kill these Lorien Warriors and they were still able to survive. That's a full battalion which can recover now at the well and get back to the full size. The thing is, the recovery rate of the well is not the greatest. So for that reason, in some situations, it maybe is a better call if you build more than 1 well, you know, to increase the recovery rate. So this way your units can respawn up a bit faster. Move. He's like, move. Why are they not moving? And that's the downside of every single Battle for Middle-earth game, the lag. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's the most annoying part. Like, the units, they don't want to move the way you want them to move, like a truck. Okay, so Lorien warriors, archers, I mean, and pikemen, the Malone trees can be found and committed against. And once again, you will see the Malone trees are made of paper, and he doesn't want go for a trample. Go. Oh, can't touch this. Oh, nice micro from Ave though, but he still got a great trample off. Nice micro from Andy Brandy too. He's putting lots of pressure with the one single war rider he has on the field. That's a risky creeping action there for Ave. By the way, you like the beat. What happened? I don't know how yours react that fast. Maybe it's clicking more often. The one thing I learned in my life when I was playing Battle for Middle-earth 1, guys, is like you need to spam, you know? Like, you want to move, you don't click one single time. No. You want to spam it. Like, I swear to you, I have a good friend of mine. I went to his place in Holland, right? It's a person I got to know when I was playing Battle for Middle-earth 1 for many years. So I went to his place in Holland, and when I was visiting my aunt, he was inviting me. Such a great dude. And he was playing Battle for Middle-earth 1 when I was actually at his place, guys. I swear to you, I have not seen such a meditation. This guy is literally spamming his keyboard, his mouse, like this, guys. It sounds like this, you know? And I was like, Beastie, what is going on? What are you doing? And then he showed me how many mouses and keyboards he already broke while he was playing Battle for Middle-earth 1. It was crazy. He had like a full room with mouses and keyboards. He was breaking every single one of them while he was playing Battle for Middle-earth 1. Such an intense situation, dude. Lorien, he's gonna creep this goblin layer behind. Luckily for me, I was never breaking any keyboard nor a mouse while I was playing. I'm a calm person. Crossbowman. But elves have lots of units on the field. Watch this. Pikemen, Lorien archers, more pikemen at the bottom side. Rallying Call is on cooldown for Ave. 400 command points available so far. We have the 450 command points for Andy Brandy and his Isengard faction. 3 power points collected after the creep. I got a new challenge in Battle for Middle-earth 1. We might actually play this challenge if the guy who challenged me is still online. But also we can switch later on to Rise of the Witch King. We will see, you know. And the winner, once again, the winner of this series is gonna fight and face against Ectelion. Hopefully tomorrow. I don't know if Ectelion has time tomorrow.
They won't see us.
Okay, 3 power points collected after the creep beam. Isengard is kind of in a defensive situation with lots of crossbowmen on the field. And how much do they cost actually? 325, and Lorien archers, they cost 300, so they are cheaper. Trample them. Nice whole ability. But you see, Ave is always on point with the battle formation. He always switches in the right time to the right position to just, you know, make sure that he's either dealing more damage or becoming more tanky. One more beautiful trample. Nice one. Ave has a lot of units around this side. Pikemen and Lorien warriors, and also Lorien archers mainly. But the thing is, he has no lances on the field. With no lances yet. I mean, he has no lances yet, but it's going to be changed very soon. With no lances on the field, these crossbowmen are going to be kind of painful to deal with. But the problem is, if he ever gets one of the lances on the field, there is no pikemen from Isengard playing any brandy, right? And that's going to be painful as well. So 5 power points collected. The builder has been taken down. That's unfortunate. The builders, they are kind of painful when you lose them, because they are so expensive to get back on the field. They cost 450 each. And not only about the money, but also about the time you are losing. You are losing the momentum. Big army, big push is incoming. Looks like Isengard is gonna just wait it off a little bit to get more and more units on the field. But again, he's underestimating the potential cavalry, which is gonna be there very soon. And that's a tough situation, you know, when you have 0 pikemen. That's so greedy from you. Like, really greedy. Okay, now he's able to see them, right? He's able to see them. Now is the time for you to adapt. Now you gotta make a transition into some pikemen ASAP. Otherwise, those 2 lancers, they can crush you. Warg Rider. Oh, be careful. No. Level 2 Warg Riders are Warg, not Riders anymore. Isengard is making ready for a big push. But again, without pikemen, don't move. His command point's capped though. I mean, he can't recruit any more units anymore because he keeps losing stuff all the time. So that means it's a perfect situation, perfect timing for the Alban player to take a fight. Perfect timing to trample them down with like 2 Lancer battalions. Ooh, war chance. Remember, the war chant is also giving you increased movement speed. That means you will be eventually able to catch up to them. Uruks in the front, crossbowman behind. I hit and crashed screen once, really? You hit the monitor and crashed the screen? And the thing is, I'm also having some situations in which I'm raging and I want to crash my keyboard and mouse and my monitor. But I know I'm a reasonable dude. I know it will hurt me more than it will hurt, you know, it will help me. You know what I'm saying? So because I need to buy a new mouse and a new keyboard and a new monitor, and it's expensive. Dude, this stuff is expensive. You don't want to do that. Lots of crossbowmen. Lancers are coming from the right side. The towers are coming up, but Isengard is in a really, you know, kind of defensive situation. Too much, because during all this time, Alban player is able to freely expand, get a greater lead. A lot of army. Arrow Wall is coming in clutch, killing the Uruks. Crossbowmen are running into the position, and while this is happening, they are taking so much damage, and still no pikemen. Look at the domination. Look at the one-sided fight. Holy guacamole. GG, I don't know, very laggy. GG is gonna be called from Ave, and that's a 3-0 standing in the best of 7. Ave needs only one more victory, guys, in the game number 4, which might be the last game in the best of 7 in the El Clasico matchup between Gandalf against Saruman. Red Man of the West player against the blue Isengard player Andy Brandy. It's an early Uruk pit after the first furnace, and on the other side we see a farm into a offensive barracks once again. Why? Because never change a running system. It was working every single time. Most of the games we have seen Men of the West, they were dominating the early mid game, and I believe that's what they are good for. Alright, so we shall see. He might build the barracks here potentially. Let's see if he's gonna hack the wall and get some sort of neutral protection for the barracks, so the barracks cannot be, you know, in an open field in which it can be attacked from multiple sides at the same time. How I bet my soul for Andy? You can't. We are not devils. You cannot sell your soul to us. So he's hugging the wall kinda a little bit. I mean, at least putting it next to the river. This way it can be attacked from behind. That's like a, you know, like a easy way of protecting it at least a little bit. And we will have a crossbowman coming up very soon. The builder is actually scouting the area, and he's able to find the barracks indeed from the Man of the West player, so he knows everything about the beginning of the Man of the West player. Again, guys, that's a very tricky situation in which the Isengard player kind of has to react to that, right? You cannot ignore the offensive barracks. If you do, you will lose your furnaces every single time. But on the other side, it's also great when you go for a counter attack, because the farms here from Ave are having 0 protection. So crossbowmen start, actually pretty smart idea. I like that. The builder is actually right on the spot, and the units, as they come out from the barracks, will get shot on the face from the crossbowmen in the aggressive stance. So by the time they will make it to the furnace, they will take so much damage. Warsham has been used. Look at the human wood for additional armor bonus, but it's fine. It's fine for any brandy, guys. It's really fine. They are level 2 now. They are actually leveling up like crazy, and even with the armor bonus, they lose so extremely fast. Another barracks. He's actually so tilted. He's putting water on the body, on the dead corpses from the Gondor soldiers. One more Uruk is coming, but watch what's gonna happen. They are still buffed, by the way. Look at the damage they are dealing to the Gondor soldiers. They are taking so much damage, even in all ground stands. Holy guacamole. Now the Uruks will get the chance to commit against that. Crossbowmen, they can keep shooting at them, and this is gonna be, in long terms, definitely taken down. There is little to nothing. Even the level 2 upgrade, which is gonna make it a bit tankier, is not gonna be able to save it in long terms. Now we need another barracks or a stable or anything that can produce units, because this is not gonna remain on the field for a long time. Level 2 is incoming. Level 3 is incoming. Actually, the level 3 is gonna be also quite cheap, but he has no rebuild. Remember, the Man of the West player has no rebuild ability, and it's a waste of money. He cancels that. He knows that. And yeah, what can I say? What a great start into the game number 4 for Andy Brandy. And the barracks is going down, level 2 Uruks, and level 3, almost level 4 Uruk crossbowman. And Abe is kind of out of the game at this point. He's building the stable, but as we are talking, he has 0 units on the field. That means one counter attack might achieve so much for the player from Slovakia. Stop snipe. It's like, don't stream snipe, you know what I'm saying? And for that reason, guys, for the upcoming games in the tournament, we are gonna put delay on the stream. Unfortunately, I don't like to put delay because I would like to be able to interact with you guys in live time, you know, not having any delay like 2, 3, 5 minutes. But we're gonna do it just for the sake of the quality of the games. So every game from now on, which will be a tournament game, will have like up to 5 minutes delay, just to make sure that we have not any of these conversations. You are stream sniping me, no, you are not stream sniping, I'm not stream sniping, you are stream sniping me, and stuff like that. I believe those conversations are kind of unnecessary, but you know, just to avoid that. Level 4 crossbowmen, Uruks and pikemen are leading forward. Once again, the pikes are able to deal crazy amount of damage to the production building. That also includes the stable. The stable is gonna get 1 Gondor Knight on the field, but there are pikemen. It means the Gondor Knights are not able to do anything about them as long as the pikes are protecting the Uruks. The Uruks are gonna be in a fine spot. The Warshan is gonna be used offensively, and the commitment now, archers are on the field, but it's too late. The stable is gonna be definitely taken down. Look at the DPS. That's crazy. He knows that. He demolishes that for that reason. Don't fight them in the melee range. Now he can even commit if he wants to against the archer range. But it looks like you want to stop the barracks for now. The barracks is going to be cancelled before it's building up. The builder is going to get in safety. 1 archer will just be enough. But we have another archer coming out of the archer range as we are talking. The builder has to get in safety. Gondor Knights are leading forward. There are some Uruks, but no pikemen. That means they can at least deal some economical damage to the Isengard by destroying at least one of the furnaces. But the thing is, he has double Uruk pit, right? That means he can get more and more and more and more and faster units on the field. Now, Andy Brandy has the momentum. Now he gotta keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure. Don't let Man of the West player Avehave get back into the game. You don't want that to happen. Okay. 1 minute enough? Okay. So I can put 1 minute here. Hanisek, welcome. Nice to see you in the chat, Hanisek. Long time no see. If long time, I mean yesterday. I couldn't see you yesterday in the chat. I noticed you, my friend. You know, I can feel it when you're not there. Trust me on that one. Crossbowmen, archers are dealing damage to the Uruks. And he's also creeping the trolley at the top right side at the same time. Gondor Knights are actually pressuring quite nicely. Once again, furnaces are so squishy. But the Gondor Knights, they don't seem to deal too much damage to them, to be honest with you. But I think they are great when it comes to destroy like a Uruk pit or a war pit. They are dealing more damage to the production buildings other than to the resource buildings. Be careful. Oh my goodness, it's painful. We have Boromir, the captain of Gondor. He wanna see the glory days of Gondor once again. He wanna scream for Gondor, for Gondor, for Gondor every single time. The farm is going to be taken down definitely by the Uruks. But it's fine, I guess. It's not the end of the world. After the first couple of minutes into the game, we have 400 command points collected for the Man of the West player. He has Human Wood once again available for the next big fight. But again, Creebane can be used to shut down the leadership bonuses. And look at the power point differential. Do you see that? 3 power points against almost 10 power points after the war chant. That's a huge differential. 500 command points against 400 is also a great differential at the beginning of the game. Gondor Knights were able to get away. Don't run into the pikemen. Boromir can shut them down, knock them down, and gets more and more levels. So Boromir is a very strong hero. I don't even know why people are not recruiting him most of the time. The fear effect is pretty nice with level 3, the Horn of Gondor. You can stun them, you can disable them for multiple seconds, which gives you also great amount of wombo combo potential with like a long shot from ranges, for example, or the arrow volley. You know, many options. We have Sharku on the field, looking to get into the backline for a juicy trample, and boom, stun boy. And Warchant, Human Wood, Devastation, as you guys know, can also stun the enemy units and also even heroes for a short duration. But Guy has to be careful here because he's taking so much damage from the tower guards. Boromir is also here to knock him down on the ground. Level 2 is unlocked. Heal is going to be used on the tower guards. Build is coming to build a well, maybe here a statue. But Tom Bombadil, not Tom, what is wrong with my brain? Why I say Tom Bombadil now all of a sudden? I mean, Sharku has to be careful, like, he doesn't look like Tom Bombadil to me. Alright, trample off and go away. Okay, I mean, not a bad spot for the Man of the West player. I think he will be able to win this fight, and Boromir might be also able to get more and more experience during this battle. Again, level 3 is a sweet point of like a great power spike, but again, the level 5 is, I think, the time to shine, because that unlocks the damage leadership, which is gonna be like a replacement to the rallying call. So you have like a permanent rallying call active all the time.
There's your target.
Stay together.
Stay together. So Boromir is kind of lowish. Lourdes is on the field. It's gonna be a deja vu situation. Once Lourdes is level 4, Boromir is not gonna be able to play the game anymore. The cripple duration is kind of nuts. Like in all Battle for Middle-earth games, you know, I don't know if you guys ever played League of Legends, but if you did, there is a champion called Morgana, and Morgana is like a binding, which is very similar to the cripple from Lourdes. So you cannot move. You know, you can still attack and do stuff, but you cannot move. And the duration feels exactly the same, dude. Like a 1 minute duration. It feels like it's an eternity. You cannot move for a really long time. So we have a bad situation for Man of the West. This game is actually looking pretty good for Andy Brandy. I hope he's gonna be able to turn this series a little bit around, because I don't want to have like a one-sided series like that. I'm not a biased guy. I wish the best player always to win, but it's always nice when we see more than 4 games in a best of 7, and this might be a turning around because of the great start. And that's the thing, you know, the snowballing effect in Battle for Middle-earth 2 is pretty awesome. So if you get a lead early on, you have the momentum. All you gotta do is avoid making big mistakes, and the game should be free. Morgana Q's like 2 seconds, but in the game it feels like it's 1 hour, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so Lourdes is level 2, has Carnage, which is a huge power boost. And this units, they need to be careful. I don't know if Andy Brandy is paying attention. Let's see. Is Andy Brandy paying attention? He's not paying attention, boys. Look how fast they are leveling up, dude. That's crazy. Level 2 just like that. Warg Riders. Sharku is also pretty lowish. He needs to be careful. He has the Blood Hunt, which is like a leadership for the nearby allied cavalry. High tier hero. So basically it gives you more damage, armor, and also experience. Actually pretty efficient Blood Hunt. Pretty efficient. It's a passive, passive thing. Keep going. Level 5 crossbowmen. These are the crossbowmen from the beginning of the game. Remember? The one who was, you know, able to kill like 2 soldiers from the barracks here. They are still alive on the field. So we see double Uruk Pit, War Pit level 1. Lourdes was on the field. Sharku is on the field. And against only Boromir and a couple of Tower Guards and Gondor Archers. Not even the transition into something stronger like a Ranger Battalion. But we have a level 2 stable now. That means we will get the chance to see some Rohirrim. But they need their Horse Lord. And who is the Horse Lord? Obviously, it's Elma, the real king of Rohan. War chant? Really? Did he war chant them? Did you really war chant them?
Against the power of Mordor, there can be no victory.
Why would you war chant like almost a battalion of war riders? I don't understand. That's a mistake. Oh, he was war chanting them. Okay, actually this animation from Blood Hunt was looking like a war chant. My bad. Tom Bombadillo. Now I was mentioning him before. Now he's on the field. But everybody, like also in Rise of the Witch King, when you see Tom Bombadil, better run away. You know what I'm saying? This guy's busted. Like he's a wizard. With the Sonic song. Towers are coming up. The great counterattack is incoming from Abe. We have 550 command points for Abe and 800 command points for Isengard. There is a chance you might see Lourdes. Human Wood is going to be used. The Creebane is on cooldown. That means the Human Wood cannot be nullified as we are talking. The Uruk Pit might be the target. Remember, the Tower Guards are able to take it down in no time. Lourdes is throwing the sword, using Carnage, turning into the Lourdes Carnage mod. Tomato Lourdes. Do it, tomatoes. Tomatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. 10 power points collected. Devastation is almost back up. And great defense. I mean, Lourdes has Carnage with the Lourdes' Carnage gives him also splash damage, which means he will get the chance to hit multiple units at the same time. So when you're clumped like that, in the porcupine formation, for example, or you are clumping against a building, Lourdes will be able to hit with one strike 5 units at the same time, and you will lose a lot. Now he's level 4. That means Boromir, my friends of Middle-earth, has to be careful. Because Boromir will now get crippled down every single time, and he won't be able to move. And Lourdes can draw his sword, use Carnage, and take him out. 11 power points collected after the devastation. 550 command points available for Isengard. 650 command points now available for Abe. It's a back and forth game. He has nearly 10 power points collected after the Tom Bombadil summon. Boromir has to be kept alive, you know, because he's really close to level 5. It's a great power spike. Rohirrim are on the field. Rohirrim are a better cavalry unit than the Warg Riders. So they should be able to win when Sharku isn't around. and doesn't provide them with additional armor and damage. The counter attack is happening now. We have only one single archer. I don't think that this is gonna be enough, but Horn of Condor is available. Long distance, holy moly. Didn't expect them to stun them this far away, but the War Pirates are trampling down. That's a great, oh my goodness, the hobbits are popping off. Okay, what? Hobbits? I mean, that's what Helm's Deep needed. You don't need demon archers, you don't need elves. You know, imagine instead of elves, the hobbits would come to support Helm's Deep. The Isengard wouldn't have a chance. Gandalf and Elmer wouldn't be even needed. Because apparently the best counter to Uruks is the hobbits. I mean, they are popping off, these hobbits from the Shire. How are you doing, Shank? I'm doing good, man. Pre-Quans, welcome. Nice to see you in the chat. Alright, so Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee and Meriadoc Brandybuck and Eric Green took. And Isengard is forced to disengage once again. Be careful with the War Pirates, they are level 2, don't lose them! Don't lose them in the brandy! Rest in peace. Big attack is incoming, boys. 7 power points collected. After the Hobbit summon, he's now going for the rallying call. He's pinging something. What is he pinging actually? What is Lourdes doing there? What is Lourdes doing there? What? Lourdes is like alone there, you know what? I'm chilling. Oh, okay. He has Carnage though. He has Carnage. Use Carnage. Use Carnage. Lourdes against Rohirrim. Leave no one alive. Destroy all Isengard forces. The devastation is a little bit too late, my friend, and Lourdes has been slain. Saruman! Oh, we have Saruman on the field. That's what it is. Oh my goodness. Flats, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that, Flats. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. Welcome. The Tower Guards are creeping, but Uruks are chasing them down. Uruks are faster than the Tower Guards. They should be able to win the fight. Level 5, Sharku. And by the way, level 9, Ting the Beast. If you don't know, you can steal the enemy cavalry. So basically, you can control the enemy Rohirrim, which can be pretty nice. Comeback game. Yeah, it was a rough start into the game from Ave though, but it's not looking too shabby now. The Horn of Condor, I'm telling you guys, I don't know why people are not actually recruiting Boromir more often. The Horn of Condor is such a nice tool to get you the upper hand in those battles, and stunning something is always nice. So basically, Horn of Condor is a longer duration of the devastation. It doesn't stun heroes, but it stuns the normal units until they get fear resistant. So we have Saruman. He also gives fear resistant, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, right? No, he doesn't give fear resistant. He gives only 25% increased armor and 25% increased combat experience. But he's only level 1. Level 3 farm, can you save it? I don't know. There is no defense, but the towers are crushing the Isengard army there. Fortress is shooting, tower is shooting, level 3, level 2 barracks, level 3 farm is also shooting, by the way. So everything but is level 3 in Battle for Middle-earth 2 or in Rise of the Witch King is gonna act like a tower. So the higher levels, your farms and your barracks and your archer range is, the higher durability and also self-protection they will offer you. Yes, Swordmen, Hobbits. I think the best Swordsmen and Guardians, potentially, in a one-on-one situation. With the charge attack, they are definitely very, very strong. Oh my goodness, be careful, Sharku, Sharku. Actually, Sharku is taking care of this. Oh. One tanky Sharku, yeah, very true. And this is such a distracting thing, you know what I'm saying? The Bloodhound animation around him is so distracting. Now here's the Man-Eater, which allows him to eat meats back on the menu, boys, moment. Oh, boys, we have King Elisar on the field. Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy, guys. You see him, boys. He has a long sword. Oh, the builder. Oh, the builder. Oh, boy. And Boromir is almost level 5 too. Level 5 has leadership. The thing is, if you don't own... What? He's level 4 already? That's crazy. So basically... He has now the Anduril sword for 10% more damage when he's level 5, I mean, then he will have also more movement speed. It's like a passive thing. And he has a high tier leadership, right? So basically, this leadership is able to stack with Boromir's leadership. That means in total, they would have now 75% increased damage. Those units.
Rise of the Witch King is like you go to work, job's okay. You got nice boss, breaks, decent pay, benefits. Then they assign you to a new office across town. Nice office with boss's shit, pay sucks. All coworkers insult you, spill coffee on you, and you go home and wife divorce you. Farmer Lout, 2020.
I mean, When Farmer Lao said that, then it needs to be true. You know what I'm saying? When Farmer Lao said that, then yeah, sure, man. Are goblins the best civilization? No, I don't think so. I mean, it depends, you know what I'm saying? You can make any faction to the best. Depends on how you play it. Oh, Fireball is on cooldown. Oh, be careful, level 4. He's actually beating them quite nice into the pikeman. Oh, that's a huge... The Watcher is gonna be special summoned. What a beaterino. The Watcher in the water, boys. Holy moly, what's a nice Watcher. And if Saruman survives that, hell no, brate. He's not gonna be able to survive that. As Mara would like to see. And the Watcher is eating. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Unplayable with delays, GG, and GG is gonna be called from Andy Brandy. That's a clean 4-0 victory for Ali Harvey in the semi-finals of the losers bracket, ladies and gentlemen, as he's moving on to the next round against Ictilion, which is gonna happen tomorrow. And yeah, GG, well played, what can I say?